In a world brimming with breathtaking landscapes, ancient wonders, and adrenaline-pumping adventures, some tourist attractions beckon the daredevils, the thrill-seekers, and the intrepid explorers. These are the destinations where the line between excitement and danger blurs, where the allure of nature's majesty is matched only by the risks it presents. That's the most dangerous tourist destinations in the world. If you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. The Alnwick Garden is an extremely popular attraction, boasting more than 600,000 tourists every year. Visually, it is an inviting garden full of beautiful flowers. The Alnwick Garden is more than pretty, however. It can be deadly. As detailed by Smithsonian, every plant in the garden is poisonous. I thought, this is a way to interest children, Duchess Jane Percy explained. Children don't care that aspirin comes from a bark of a tree. What's really interesting is to know how a plant kills you and what you feel like before you die. The garden is located at Alnwick Castle. In 1995, it was inherited by a new Duke of Northumberland. He encouraged his wife, Jane Percy, to take over the gardens, which were at the time used only for growing Christmas trees. Percy had another idea. She sought out an acclaimed landscape architect, Jacques Wertz, to design a new deadly garden. The garden is under constant surveillance because of the plants that grow there. As described in Atlas Obscura, some plants are kept in cages. Even with all the precautions at the garden, visitors occasionally feel faint from the fumes. There are 100 varieties of plants, most of which are deadly, as well as plants associated with drugs such as hallucinogenic mushrooms and opium poppies. Visitors can go on educational tours and even picnic in the Alnwick Garden, but they are warned never to touch or smell the plants. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, a haunting relic of the world's worst nuclear disaster, offers a sobering experience fraught with danger. The main peril here is not immediate, but long-lasting: exposure to radiation. Decades after the catastrophic explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the area remains contaminated, and visitors risk harmful radiation exposure. Although guided tours have strict safety measures, the specter of a silent, invisible menace looms. The very ground, air, and structures retain traces of radiation, making this journey a somber reminder of the devastating consequences of nuclear accidents. It's a destination that demands caution, respect for the environment, and adherence to all safety guidelines to mitigate the inherent risks. Mount Everest, the pinnacle of adventure for mountaineers worldwide, conceals its deadliest secret in plain sight. The main danger here is the unforgiving interplay of extreme altitude and brutal weather conditions. Standing at a staggering 29,032 feet, 8,849 meters, above sea level, climbers brave the treacherous ascent through the death zone, where oxygen is scarce and the human body deteriorates rapidly. Altitude sickness, the most prevalent threat, can manifest as nausea, dizziness, and, in severe cases, death. The risk is further compounded by the looming specter of avalanches, which can strike without warning, and the bone-chilling frostbite that lurks in the frigid cold. Scaling Everest is an epic struggle against the elements, where the consequences of nature's fury are gravely real. Australia's crocodile farm may be a magnet for thrill seekers, but the main danger lurks just beneath the surface. Here, the proximity to saltwater crocodiles, known for their aggression and lethality, poses an imminent threat. These apex predators are notorious for their lightning-fast strikes, capable of overpowering even the most vigilant of visitors. To get up close and personal with these reptilian giants is an adrenaline-pumping experience, but it's a dance on the edge of danger. Maintaining a respectful distance and adhering to stringent safety protocols are paramount when venturing into the crocodile's lair. Bolivia's Yungas Road, one of the most dangerous in the world, colloquially known as Death Road, offers a spine-tingling adventure through the picturesque Andes. Yet, beneath its scenic beauty lies an ominous peril. The main danger is the road itself, a serpentine pathway, barely wide enough for one vehicle, that winds perilously along steep cliffs. With drops of up to 2,000 feet, 600 meters, the margin for error is razor-thin. Accidents are frequent, and fatalities are not uncommon. Cyclists, thrill-seekers who tackle this treacherous route, must grapple with the constant threat of veering off the edge. In this high-stakes game of brinkmanship, Death Road tests nerve, skill, and the laws of gravity. Machu Picchu, the awe-inspiring Inca citadel nestled high in the Andes Mountains of Peru, holds a hidden danger that often surprises visitors. The main peril here is the risk of altitude sickness. Sitting at an elevation of around 7,970 feet, 2,430 meters, the thin air can wreak havoc on the unacclimated. Symptoms include nausea, dizziness, and headaches, and in severe cases, it can lead to more serious health issues. To fully appreciate the beauty and history of Machu Picchu, visitors must be aware of the altitude's potential impact and take measures to acclimate or seek medical attention if necessary. It's a destination where the breathtaking views are complemented by the need for caution in the high-altitude environment. Spain's iconic Running of the Bulls, part of the San Fermin Festival in Pamplona, is a heart-pounding event synonymous with danger. The main peril lies in the potential for runners to be gored or trampled by the charging bulls. Participants sprint through narrow streets, attempting to stay ahead of the stampeding animals. The bulls are massive, powerful, and disoriented by the chaos of the event. Injuries and even fatalities are not uncommon. Despite the rush of adrenaline and the allure of tradition, running is a high-stakes gamble with the potential for grave consequences. It's an age-old tradition that has fascinated the world, but it's also one that demands unwavering respect for the inherent dangers it presents. Nicaragua's volcano boarding is an exhilarating adventure sport that comes with an adrenaline-pumping peril. The main danger here is the high-speed descent down steep volcanic slopes. Armed with a wooden board, daredevils hurtle down active volcanoes, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. While the thrill is undeniable, the risk of injury looms large. Volcanic terrain is unpredictable, and a sudden rock or uneven surface can lead to accidents. Protective gear is essential, but even with it, participants are not immune to the inherent dangers of this fiery ride. Volcano boarding is a daring pursuit, where the line between thrill and danger blurs, and where each descent carries the potential for an unforgettable experience or a risky tumble. Victoria Falls, a roaring natural wonder between Zambia and Zimbabwe, is home to the Devil's Pool, an alluring but precarious attraction. Here, the main danger is the omnipresent risk of being swept over the precipice by the formidable currents of the Zambezi River. The pool lures brave souls who seek to peer into the abyss from the very edge of the falls. But this heart-pounding encounter with nature's force demands the utmost caution. Visitors must navigate slippery rocks and powerful currents to access the pool. A single misstep could spell disaster, making it a destination where thrill-seekers must tread carefully and respect the raw, untamed power of Victoria Falls. El Caminito del Rey, situated in the heart of Spain's Andalusian mountains, offers breathtaking views that come at a perilous price. The main danger here lies in the high, narrow walkway that clings precariously to steep cliffs. This pathway, which was once in a state of disrepair, gained notoriety for its harrowing accidents. Although it has since undergone extensive renovations to enhance safety, it remains a destination where the specter of vertiginous drops and dizzying heights is ever present. Visitors must summon their courage to traverse this dizzying trail, where one false step could result in a fatal plunge into the abyss. Cage diving with great white sharks in South Africa is a heart-pounding adventure that brings you face-to-face with one of the ocean's most fearsome predators. The main danger here is the proximity to these massive, predatory sharks, even when you're safely ensconced in a cage. While the cage provides a barrier between you and the sharks, it's a heart-stopping experience as these apex predators circle, attracted by bait. Though fatalities are rare, the unpredictability of these creatures and the inherent risks of being in the open ocean with them make this a truly dangerous attraction. It's a thrilling venture that tests your nerves and leaves you with an unforgettable adrenaline rush. Mount Huashan in China is renowned for its treacherous ascents and death-defying plank paths. The main danger here is the precarious cliffside plank path, which clings to the mountain's steep cliffs. With sheer drops on one side and challenging weather conditions, including strong winds and rain, navigating this path can be a harrowing experience. The plank walk involves shuffling along wooden planks secured to the rock face, holding onto chains for dear life. While there have been safety improvements in recent years, it remains a destination where thrill-seekers test their courage and balance, knowing that even a momentary lapse in concentration can have dire consequences. Mount Huashan's allure lies in its perilous beauty, making it an attraction where danger is an integral part of the journey. Glass bridges, walkways, and slides have become popular around the world, but especially in China. There are around 2,300 glass bridges in China alone. They have become a part of many tourist attractions because they blend in and don't detract from the attraction itself. As described by the New York Times, the longest is more than 1,700 feet and stretches across a gorge 650 feet below. For some, the dizzying appearance of being able to see the ground far below is part of the appeal. One was designed to sway, while another looks and sounds like it is cracking when it is walked on. Unfortunately, sometimes these walkways genuinely break, with devastating consequences. As reported by the BBC in 2021, a tourist was left hanging onto the side of a bridge after the glass bottom broke. He was ultimately rescued by the fire department, but not all visitors have survived. In 2019, one tourist was killed and others were injured falling off of a glass slide. While skywalks are extremely popular in China, the tourist attractions in the United States have also had to rethink them for safety reasons. The Grand Canyon has a horseshoe-shaped skywalk, which had to be reevaluated for safety after a death in 2019. Divers descend into underwater cave systems to explore, study, and experience their mysterious depths. As described by National Geographic, Florida's Eagle's Nest sinkhole looks like an ordinary pond from above, but below is a complex cave system with maze-like twists and turns, fascinating geological features, and translucent marine life. But it is also among the most dangerous dives in the world. More than 10 divers, some with training, have died at Eagle's Nest. Research has shown that the number of cave diving accidents leading to deaths has decreased over time, but it is still a risky endeavor, especially without proper training. A study of cave diving fatalities found that the majority of deaths were drownings, caused by running out of cylinders of gas. Eagle's Nest is extremely deep and maze-like, which increases the risk. Still, the journey down from the surface is an incredible one. First, the diver passes through a limestone tube and enters a massive open space. Deeper, divers can find a place known as the Super Room, where the walls are banded in blue, white, and gray. There are creatures that live their entire lives in the cave, including a species of translucent crayfish. According to cave diving expert Jill Haynerth via National Geographic, these creatures can live 200 years in the darkness of the caves. Scientists study the unique habitats found in underwater caves for clues about what life may be like on other planets.